mind cannot be there before us. Isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, let's admit it. Everything else is secondary. Everything else is secondary. You are there from the first. Before the first even. Before the first. And all of this is only to prove this now. To not just prove, to confirm. I mean, do we still need it to be proved? I want to know, honestly, because don't say the right thing, okay? Just say the true thing. Do we need it to be proven still?
No.
Or do we, somehow just need to keep affirming?
Keep affirming.
And the thing that I want to say, which is really for re-emphasis, which I've said before, is when you are just in life, you don't know any different than the feeling that we are just people living in the world and so many people, and that is all basic understanding of life. You just get on with it. But as soon as you start to meditate or to discover your true nature, then you start to discover how troubled your mind can be. When you're in the normal state of regular person, you get on with it because that's how life is. But as soon as your heart smells victory and you start to realize that there's another dimension right here, behind the facade, and the person is only a facade, and that there's the great space, the limitless space, then you start to see what kind of mind functions here. It's like living in the garden of the mafia, like you say. And everything seems fine. The mafiosa, the don, seems a very nice guy, have a glass of wine. But when you try to escape, then you see his gun. You understand? He doesn't have to show you the gun already, because you're already enough contained by our own ignorance that he doesn't have to exert any power. Only when you try to escape, you start to see his handcuffs, his chain, and his sword, like that. And the second part of this is that as soon as you begin this transformation from person to presence, you must begin to put the full weight into presence and cut your link to person. That's the old regime now. It will be there, it won't just go away. It will keep coming back to remind you of how much of a person you are and what you're leaving behind, and that you're going towards the unknown and it's not safe and so on. And for a while we have the drug, we still have the sleep in us, so you may just hear this voice and keep this mind as a friend. But his sole purpose is to completely, again, fill you with delusion. You go back to sleep. As soon as you are crossing over into the land of the presence, be fully for the presence. Otherwise, this is what can perpetuate and keep you being a seeker 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, because you have ambitions in both worlds. You're too afraid to let go of the old identity. You still have some loyalty to the old regime. So you have divided your power. As soon as you begin to discover the space of being, you see, it's like when I gave the example, you were living as caterpillar before. Now your wings have opened. Now you can fly. It's time to let go of your leaf. If you're going to fly and keep remembering where your leaf is, you want to keep a GPS of where the leaf is, and then you're not going to be free. You're going to keep on wanting to remember, when I was living on my leaf, I was so secure, and I knew where I was, and now I don't know what's going to happen, and so on. This is the mind. And just simple things like that. And grace is already helping us, you know, not by whispering, not by ideas, but by presence. It is stirring itself inside our being. You begin to feel the spaciousness of being, the joy, the lightness of being, the freedom from the state of personhood, which makes us always feel heavy and fixed. Now somehow you're feeling more light and open. Don't accept the mind's interpretation and make light and open feels like lost and sort of insecure. Because it will be putting labels on, which it can do, but if you somehow invest in those ideas, they will suffocate your spontaneity. So let's just keep it simple. Two kings won't sit on the same one throne. Only the self should sit on the throne of your heart. Self and you are one. Ego and you are not one. You see. And then what has happened is that, you know, delusions take us over a little bit. When a delusion comes in too strong, true belief and true pain and true identity and insecurity, then what happens, delusions somehow, it's only your mind, only the person can be deluded, not the self, not the presence. In its true, when the presence identifies a person, that's where delusion can come. You see? But as soon as you are, the delusion come, and if you believe in it, it's simply put the person on pause and move into the house. Sometimes you're speaking from delusion, and you're thinking it is you. Something knows, senses, you know, it's not true, it's not true. Delusions keep you feeling limited, bound, you know, solid. So, somewhere in that, I think, is food for everybody.
Sri Ramanaya Satguru ki jai. Sri Ramanaya Satguru ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavan. Shri Mooji Mahadev Satguru ki jai. Mooji Mahadev Satguru ki jai. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Sri Arunachala Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Arunachala Shiva, Om Shiva Arunachala.